Hi, in this video we are going to discuss how to use law of sine to find the missing side or missing angle. I have taken three variety questions here. One of them, the first one, is to find out the missing side. The second question is to find out the missing angle. And the third one, where we have to use an additional property of triangles. So let's just directly start with the question number one here. Work out the length of BC. The length of BC means from B to C, this is the length that we need to find out. I am taking it as X. Now, how to use law of sine? Law of sine, whenever there are two angles mentioned in the question, then we can use law of sine to find the missing side. I repeat, whenever we have two angles given in the question, we can use law of sine to find the missing side. So here, what you need to check here is that if we have two pairs of angle and its side. So you can see here 33 degree, it is the angle, and let's see if we have the side opposite to it. Yes, 33, and we need to find out the side opposite to it. Now 112, let's check if we have the side opposite to this angle 112. So angle 112 opposite to this is the side which is mentioned there 15. So when we have an angle and its opposite side and one more angle and its opposite side, then we can use law of sine. Now 15 over, what is the angle opposite to 15? That is 112. So 15 over sine 112 is equal to, now what is the side length here? That is what we need to find out. That is x over the angle opposite to x is 33 degrees. So sine 33. Now the things that we have discussed till now, when two angles are given in the question, then we can use law of sine to find the missing side. And then what you need to check is just, we need to find out two pairs of angle and side. So this is the first pair where I have the angle 112 and its opposite side given. So that is my first pair. And the second pair will be the angle 33 degrees and opposite of it the side. That is what we need to find out. Now two fractions, we have a first fraction here, we have the second fraction here, two fractions, and in between equal to sign, there is only one thing in math which we can do, that is cross multiplication. So we cross multiply them. See here, x is getting connected to sine 112. X is connected to sine 112. So x times sine 112 is equal to 15. 15 is getting connected to sine 33. So 15 times sine 33. Now the question is to find out the side length BC, which we have taken as x. So to find x, this multiplication of sine 112, we need to bring it to the right hand side. So multiplication, when it changes the side, it becomes division. So here x is equals to 15 times sine 33 divided by multiplication of sine 112 goes to the other side, it becomes division of sine 112. It's just we need to put the right hand side in your calculator. So that is 15 times sine 33 divided by sine 112. So when you put it in calculator, you will get the answer as 8.81. Now, the unit here, it's in centimeter. So 8.81 centimeter will be the final answer. So whenever there are two angles given, the law of sine should be used. The law of sine should be used whenever two angles are given, and to find out the missing side, two angles. So now let's see. Let's move on to the next question where we need to find out the missing side. Sorry, missing angle. So here, this is question number 2. Now, when two sides and angle opposite to any one of the side is given. So you have two sides and angle opposite to any one of the side is given. So angle opposite to 32.4 is given. We have to use law of sine, and we can use law of sine to find the missing angle. So this is the rule to use law of sine to find out missing angle. Two sides should be given and one of the angle opposite to any side should also be given. In this case, again, we can use law of sine. So to use law of sine, as we did in the previous case, we need to check whether we have two pairs of side and angle is given. So I can see 32.4 opposite to 32.4, the angle is given 84. So that is my first pair. And my second pair, I can see 21 centimeter. Opposite to that 21 centimeter, the angle, that is what we need to find out. So these two pairs are the ones that we are going to consider. And the rule is not going to change. The side 32.4 opposite to side 32.4, the angle given is 84. So divided by sine 84 is equal to, now for 21 centimeter, the angle opposite to 21 centimeter is y. So we will take it as sine y. Now, we know that whenever we have two fractions and in between equal to sign, we need to cross multiply. So you can see here 32.4 is getting connected with sine y. So 32.4 times sine y is equal to, now 21 is getting connected with sine 84. Now we need to find out what sine y is, or the question is to find out what y is. So one by one, we need to take everything to the right hand side and only y should be there on the left hand side. Only y should be there on the left hand side. So I'll start with multiplication of 32.4. Multiplication of 32.4, we will take it to the right hand side. It becomes division of 32.4. So sine y is equals to 21 into sine 84. This multiplication of 32.4 goes to the other side. It becomes division of 32.4. Now, let's put the right hand side in our calculator. That is 21 times sine 84 divided by 32.4, which will give us 0.64459, 0.64459, it goes on like that. Now we need to minimum take 3 digits after the decimal point. Minimum 3 digits after the decimal point. Now you can see here, calculate the size of the angle labeled y. The question is to find out what y is, not sine y. So we need to remove this sine. So sine, when it goes to the other side, it becomes sine inverse. So y is equals to, sine goes to the other side, sine inverse of 0.644597. So let's just put that in a calculator. Shift and press sine to get sine inverse. Sine inverse of the answer, you will get it as 40.13. So I'll take it as 40.1 degrees. So this is how we find out the missing angle. So whenever two sides and an angle opposite to any one of those sides. So, and an angle opposite to any one of those sides, two sides and an angle opposite to any one of the sides given. We use law of sine to find the missing angle. So that question is done. Let's move on to the third one. I have taken the third question here just so that there is one additional property coming in this question. There is a property of a triangle. We know that all the angles in a triangle should add up to give you 180. The problem here is that to use the law of sine, we have 46, one pair, yes, 46, and the opposite side is what we need to find out. Yes, one pair is there. Now 20 centimeter, for that, the opposite angle is missing. The opposite angle is missing, but we can find out the opposite angle here. How? By using the property of triangles. We know that all the angles in a triangle should add up to give you 180. So to get this angle, what you need to do is you add these two angles, 40 and 46. That will give you 86. Now, from 180, you subtract this 86. You subtract this 86, I think it is 94. So 180 minus 86 will give us 94, yeah? So 94 degrees. Now we have two pairs. For x, the opposite angle, yes, it is given 46 degrees. And for 20 centimeter, yes, the opposite angle we found, it is 94. Using the two angles given. Add 40 and 46, you will get 86. And now, sum of the angles in a triangle adds up to 180 degrees. Using that property, we find out the third. From 180, you subtract these two. Okay, now it is just same like the first question that we did. For 20, the angle opposite to it is 94. So sine 94, 20 over sine 94 is equal to, now x is the side length. Opposite to x, we have 46. So sine 46. Angles in front of angle, you should put sine. Now two fractions in between equal to sign, cross multiplication. So x, it is getting connected with sine 94. So x times sine 94 is equal to 20 is getting connected with sine 46. So is equals to 20 times sine 46. Now, as we know, we are finding out x, so that only x should be there on the left hand side. Multiplication of sine 94 should take to the other side. It becomes the opposite of multiplication is division. So x is equals to 20 times sine 46 divided by sine 94. At the right hand side, put it in your calculator. 20 times sine 46 divided by sine 94. This will give us 14.4. 14.4, the unit is centimeter, so 14.4 centimeter. So I hope you have understood all the three questions. If you have any doubt, feel free to write it in the comment box. Thank you for watching.